Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. This is Chrystal Lynn, Cowgirl Astrologer, and I wanted to thank you guys for joining me. It's just a beautiful afternoon out here in Menifee, California, and I'm just absolutely enjoying this weather. I can feel the wind change. Can you guys feel the changes in the energy? Yeah, there's a lot going on around us right now. So I thought I'd come on just for a few minutes and talk about some of the things going on. Give us a little bit of a heads up. I mean, to me, is that not what astrology is really all about? Is being able to kind of understand the energy around us, to learn the lessons that are there and being offered to us right now. So often we try to avoid, or we try to hide, or we try to outrun it, outlast it, all of those things. Excuse me. This is my coffee. um all of those things that we do, and not just so we don't have to face it. And then when we end up facing these feelings and these emotions and these experiences that we're having, and we just sit with them a little bit, and we embrace them, and we quit pushing everything away and start to really listen just to our own intuition. There's some deep lessons going on right now, some very karmic lessons that we've all been in really the last few years. I mean, we can always go back in so many different ways. For example, right now, let's take a look, you guys, so I don't get too off in my own tangents. By the way, if you have not taken a look at my subscription page, I want to encourage you guys and invite you guys to come over. This is where I'm doing my more in-depth videos, and they are astrology courses. I'll be doing 4 videos a month, teaching videos on how to learn how to speak astrology as a fluent language. And whether this is for you professionally or for you personally, you will be able to learn this language in a way that's fun and exciting. In fact, after this video, right as I'll be going over to finish in a more in-depth way the second part of this. So this video right now is just going to be a shorter version, but only $9.99 a month, you guys. And, there's no commitment. If you don't like it, boom, it's not for you. You can make that decision, but if you want to give it a try, there's new exciting videos coming every month, and that would help support my channel and continue to bring you great content. So that would be super cool if you guys want to join me. All right, let's get to the fun stuff, though. This is like the fun stuff. So sun is in Aries right now, moon is in Virgo, Mercury is in Taurus, getting ready to retrograde back into Aries right now throughout this month of April. So we will be going through a Mercury retrograde. We've been going through, feels like a long haul here, hasn't it, with these retrogrades? Venus is now retrograding in Pisces from Aries. So the real powerful part, Venus has been in Aries retrograding. Now it's going to go into Mercury and retrograde. So, okay, what does that tell us? Venus is the things we love. Venus is our heart. Venus is the things that we value. Venus is our relationships. In Aries, it's also about our identities. Who are we within these relationships? Because, I mean, at least in my experience, when we look at relationships, when two whole people, and I don't mean complete people, I don't mean perfect people, I don't mean finished, because we're never finished. Whole, I mean in terms of two people that are working out their personal journeys, knowing that, in life, there's just one little sweet spot that's just between you and God. That's just between you and the universe. It's between you and your life path. However you want to look at that, is about you. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can fix it for you. We can support each other. We can encourage each other. We can spur each other on. But we all have this place in our life that Only we can go there to that sanctuary. With Mercury in Taurus right now, this has been a time, and then it's gonna go back into Taurus. So this little last few days, last week or so here, this Taurus energy, plus we've had Mars in Taurus, has been all about our sanctuaries. Where are we safest? Where are we most comfortable? And to build on that. Because we can't create, we can't even love if we're in survival mode. And, you know, we've all been in survival mode. I mean, I'm the queen of survival mode. And sometimes we don't think, we get in survival mode for so long that we don't think, one, that we deserve anything better, or that we can achieve anything better, or that anything better could ever come again, or come at all. And somehow we devalue, you know, our worth. And this is a time, especially with Venus retrograding back into this little section of Pisces. This is very special right now. Pisces is about healing. Chiron is the wounded healer. There's been a lot of issues of healing. Pisces is those deep psychological issues, the deep psychological fears. They're a little different than Scorpio type fears, but they are the deep emotional fears. Yeah, the fears of reality, the fears of, can I live in this reality? Like right now, the reality that we see and the issues that are going on around the world, like they will paralyze you. And, you know, none of us have the answers, but I was really meditating on it this morning. And we all have to do our part, whatever your part is. If your part is jumping in the front lines, then get after it. Get it done. You may have that calling politically. If you have that calling and you have that mind and you have that ability to research and know your stuff, do it. We need those frontline people. But we also need the people behind the scenes that are the healers, that are the givers, that are still providing and praying and creating a wave of energy that continues to raise us on the higher vibration. Because what we're seeing right now is a purification for all of us, to purify the old ways that we live by, the old psychological ways. Pisces is psychological, it's spiritual. You know, in Taurus, this energy we've had in Taurus, and the sun will move into Taurus, is so important that the universe wants to give us, you know, our pastures. The bull needs a safe pasture. He thrives in a safe pasture where he can graze all day long. And when he feels like there's something lurking in the bushes or a bad intention after him, yeah, his head's not going to go down and eat. He's going to be vigilant. We've all been in a very hyper aware state of vigilance. The energy has definitely been intense and has been bringing up a lot. Just, you know, the core of our fears, the core of our insecurities, whatever they are. And this has been being played out through relationships with Jupiter in Libra since October. This energy has been focused on relationships. Now, Jupiter's been retrograde and is still retrograde in Libra. So here we are now. We're not getting out of this. We're not getting out of this right now. You know, there's a saying, you know, it's kind of like running into your future. Well, right now we're still we're running into our past. There's a little bit more to go back and do, communicate and to heal. And for all of us, that's different. I really didn't really want to go here, but since Venus is in Pisces, I think I must. We've been in a long conditioning with different types of spiritual concepts. Okay, hang with me here, because this is kind of a little more detailed to get out, and I want to make sure that I share this in a way that isn't confusing, because it is still a little confusing for me, but it's been something I've been really weighing out, or at least, thinking a lot about. We just come out of a generational period of time where, being in the age of Pisces, the energy has been about, turn the other cheek, forgive at all costs, this open your door, give of everything. And that is the way to this sacrificial, faith-based relationship with God. I think there's a time and place for that, and it's a beautiful thing if you can demonstrate that spiritual practice. But because we are in such dark times right now energetically, along with such bright times, the light and the darkness are really at a peak right now. The light is shining on areas of the darkness that, is making the dark very uncomfortable. And don't get caught up in opening the door with old ways of spiritual. Well, you're not being forgiving. You're not forgiving, or, you're being rude, or you're not, you know, you're disconnecting, because we have to protect ourselves energetically right now. And if that means cutting off, even if it's for a time, anything in your life right now that's really draining you and rebuilding yourself, you might be able to go back to that situation with different eyes later. But our energy is just very fragile right now. And we're more sensitive than ever. Okay. So I know that was kind of heavy. I didn't really want to go there. I guess the point I'm making is, don't get caught up in doing something that doesn't feel right to you energetically because of language in your head that's been conditioned in there, that you're supposed to do these things because this is the right way to do things. But your intuition feels like, no, I feel like I can't do that right now. And I'm not a bad person. I'm just protecting. This is a protective time right now. Okay. Energetically and spiritually, and to protect your family and your homes and your life, and be aware. And, I don't know. I think you guys will identify. There's a lot of good energy starting to come in. Okay. We have Mars, will be moving into Gemini. That's when the communication is going to really get going. So right now it's just grounding yourself to the earth, grounding yourself to this place inside of you, that you're solid no matter what's going on around you, that you have home base. Okay, that you have home base. Whatever creative ideas are coming in right now, nab them in your mind, plant that seed, even if you write them out and sign them with the date. We always think, unless we see it manifested, that we're not seeing the power of something be manifested. Dreams are manifested in the mind first. Okay? Oh, let's see. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I don't want to answer that right now. It's my insurance. Oh, gosh. Hold on. There. I can do that. All right, you guys. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, tell me how you guys are doing right now. Going through these retrogrades, have you seen these relationships coming back into your life? Oh, one more. I might have mentioned it in my last video, but one more thing. Venus, the last time Venus was in Aries retrograde was about 8 years ago, 2009, okay? And, all the astrologers have been talking about it, and it's a normal pattern that things, when a Venus, goes all the way through the Venus pattern and is retrograde again, then those things that happened during that time can come back into your life. So it's like, you know what, I'm really I'm gonna really pay attention right now to that. See, and at first it was like, nah, not too much has been coming in. Oh my gosh, the last week has been like, I just got with my an old friend of mine that used to be one of my students here. She did my hair, and I got a little new style, and we were together for 4 hours, and like no time had passed, and she had grown so much, and I had changed so much, and it was like we'd met again as new people, as different people. It was amazing, and she's like this little young adult. I'm so proud of her. Um, I found a letter that somebody had written me that they'd written me like in 2010, okay, right about this time. They gave it to me in a package of stuff last year. I just found it last week. I never even read it the first time that it was given to me. It was bizarre, and one of those weird things. And yeah, that was during that time, and I thought, how weird that that message got to me 8 years later. And then a couple of networking friends that I've done some networking with in the past popped in. So, I mean, you know, sometimes retrograde relationships just come in for a little brief moment, to kind of, bring back a message or confirm a message or something. It's a real beautiful thing. So anyway, you guys, I could ramble on and on. There's a lot going on. If you want a reading with me, I still have my 15-minute reading specials where I do your transits for the year, or come and get a Skype or Google Hangout with me and we can record the reading, or go over to my subscription page. All right, you guys, have an awesome day.